Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. The return to picks of the week. We have not done this in probably 3 or 4 weeks, and we haven't done one consistently on wrestling matches in much longer than that. So we thought it was about a time for a return to form, a reboot. That's not really a reboot. A reboot, remake, sequel, prequel to picks of the week. This week, we have actual matches that are actually relevant to what we're going to talk about stuff. We're actually going to choose matches. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that, Joe? How do you feel about the return to picks of the week?
I think it's long overdue.
That's how the series started, was talking about matches, and look what we haven't done in a very long time.
You know what? They're not all going to be winners, you know. But it helps to go back to where your roots are.
Yeah.
So I think that's my thought on that, you know.
Yeah. So I'm personally excited to talk about this. We're going to make it relevant. It's going to have something to do with what happened on SmackDown this week. I know what my match is. I kind of hinted what it was to you. Mm-hmm. What is your match?
So you told me your a hint for your match, and I like your idea. So I sort of did my own sort of thing, because I figured from what you gave me that it was a funny, like, bad stipulation.
That is coming back.
It's coming back. This is not coming back, thank goodness. But so what I have chosen, it was a close tie between Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross versus Michael Cole and Jack Swagger in a country bullwhip match, or Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole in a Kiss My Foot match. I don't know which one I was going to choose here, but I went for the worst one, and that was Jerry Lawler versus Michael Cole in the Kiss My Foot match. Sure, it wasn't as long as the other one, but it was gross. So leading up to this WrestleMania 27, as we all know, Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler in one of the worst matches of all time. Most definitely, very long. Even though you might look on Wikipedia and it's like, oh, the match isn't that long. That's not true, because
the segment is long.
The segment is long, yeah.
Yeah. I could probably imagine.
So Michael Cole wins, just to top it all off. He's in the middle of his heel run. Everyone hates him. You ever wonder why people hate Michael Cole now? This is why. Because his heel run was absolutely the worst, you know. Imagine you had a heel, an annoying heel, right? And you just couldn't escape him. Because no matter what happened, he was just always there to berate you. And just berate anyone who you liked. So, yeah, I don't know. The country bullwhip match is in and of itself is a bad match. It's long. It's horrible. Jim Ross shouldn't be in a wrestling ring. I'm sorry. I love the guy, but he should not be in a wrestling ring.
I love him, but he has Bell's palsy, I think it's called, which is not something you should be wrestling with. Right. I don't know.
As we would find out. What was that?
He's also old.
Mm-hmm. As we would find out a year from now, Jerry Lawler probably shouldn't be wrestling either.
Oh, yeah. He had a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But the country bullwhip match of itself isn't a unique stipulation. But the Kiss My Foot match I chose because of how terrible of a stipulation it actually is. So, in this one, Michael Cole comes out, and he's wearing his normal, like, commentator clothes or whatever. And you know how it is. He's like, oh, I'm not going to do the match, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, he's going to do the match anyway. So he does the match. It starts up. He's like, oh, he's going to kiss his foot. And then, you know, it just turns into schlock, where they're just trying to shove each other's feet into each other's mouths, and it's gross. The only cool thing that actually happens here is that Jerry Lawler throws Michael Cole into the coal mine, which is like his own personal commentator booth section.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
So yeah, Jerry Lawler wins. Finally, he is the first actual win over Michael Cole, the commentator. And you're like, oh, what a great moment. And then, yeah, he just kind of takes his boot off, takes his gross foot, and, yeah, it's Eve comes out, actually. Forgot to mention that. She helps him out, I guess. And yeah, he shoves his stinky foot into his mouth, and it's one of the worst things ever put on a WWE pay-per-view. I have to say.
How long does it last, and how does the crowd react to this?
So the match is really short, but the actual segment where Michael Cole kisses the foot is way too long. Like, Eve comes out, then Jim Ross comes out.
This is pay-per-view, right? This is
This is
pay-per-view?
Over the Limit 2011, boy. Yeah.
Oh, everybody remembers that.
Yeah, Jim Ross comes out, brings out his barbecue sauce, pours it all over Michael Cole.
This sounds like a porn. I'm not even kidding.
It could be, actually.
You're like, oh,
He
man,
just smothers it.
Yeah, he wanted him to kiss his foot, and then he smelled his mother barbecue sauce. Like, come on, this is bad.
But yeah, he's just smothered in barbecue sauce. It's really gross. It lasts way too long. And eventually, Jerry Lawler shoves his stinky old foot right into Michael Cole's barbecue sauced mouth up, or barbecue
sauce.
Barbecue sauced up mouth. Oh, and then Bret Hart.
How well reviewed is this? People love this match,
awful.
Right? Like, what were they going for?
No way people like this.
Like,
no
why? Why does
this
this exist? Why does this exist? Like, why?
I don't know. It's honestly disgusting. There's a barbecue sauce infested foot goes into a man's mouth.
Well, does not sound like something that I want to watch. But thank you for telling me about it, Joe. I'm glad it's your pick of the week.
Also, it went ahead in the card over Christian versus Randy Orton for the world title.
Oh,
all right.
That's much worse.
Your turn.
All right, so on SmackDown this week, Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal, they're still feuding, surprisingly. This may be the only thing that keeps them feuding, and Randy Orton is going to get a rematch, and Jinder Mahal chose that this match will be in a Punjabi prison, a match that has been a staple for the Great Khali, aka any Indian who has been world champ, gets a Punjabi prison world championship match, and we haven't seen many of them. And this is a big return. I have no idea if people are excited for this. I am, just because it could be really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And if it is really stupid, then you know what? Let's do it, because I love stupid. It could be good. And the one match that I have seen that's a Punjabi prison match is the OG, the original, between Great Khali and Batista for the World Championship. Batista got the championship back at Armageddon from 2007 from Great Khali, and then at No Mercy, the very next match, Great Khali chooses to have a Punjabi prison match, which is basically like a Hell in a Cell or a cage match, except there's this weird bamboo, I guess it is. It's like 20 feet in the air, and not only is there one perimeter of Punjabi prison, there's two, and you have to get out of both. But not only that, you have to get out of it. It's like a cage match where you have to leave, and that's how you win. Not only that, there are 4 doors in the center around the ring that have to be opened, and you can get out of them that way, kind of like a cage match, except there's 4, and the ref will open up for you, and you have to get out of them in a minute. So, weird stipulation. I hate these matches sometimes, even with cage matches and Hell in a Cell matches, because an elimination chamber, because sometimes you can't always see what's going on. Imagine being the live audience. It's like you're seeing everything through, a big barricade, basically. And it's even worse here because there's 2 layers of this Punjabi prison. And sometimes with the camera, it's hard to see what's going on, especially when you have the Great Khali, who I personally can't stand watching wrestle because he's so, big and extremely, lanky. And it's really hard to watch him wrestle and even walk. He can barely move. And watching him go around and have to climb this Punjabi prison. So they have the 4 doors, and you have a minute to get out of them, and they put a timer up. And in this match, all 4 doors get opened. and they don't get out of any of the doors.
Mm-hmm.
They open them, don't get out. Open the second one, don't get out. Open the third one, don't get out. Open the fourth one, don't get out. And the ref opens them for them and has to close them. So then they're stuck in there. And then I think the Great Khali doesn't move to Batista. And then the Great Khali, slow as molasses, tries to get out of the first one, gets out of the first one. And while he's starting to climb the second one, Batista gets up. And actually, this gets pretty exciting. Batista gets up, climbs out of the first one, and then races and beats Great Khali out of there because Great Khali is so fucking slow that Batista beats him. And it is believable because Great Khali can't move.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he can, but he can't also. And wow, it's not that exciting of a match. The ending is kind of exciting. Even the crowd gets excited for that part, but it's just so confusing. Like, you don't know like what you're supposed to think about it. Obviously, it wasn't a huge success because they don't do it again. I thought I saw that there was one between the Big Show and Undertaker. I don't know if that's true because why would there be an Indian? Not Indian. I thought I saw it on YouTube.
Undertaker versus Great Khali. Yeah, I thought that was the thing.
Yeah, WWE, The Undertaker versus Big Show, Great American Bash, 2006.
Yeah, I just found it.
Well, yeah, why? Why is there a Punjabi prison match with somebody? Like, that should be a gimmick left for people of that descent.
Wait.
Because then...
So... Wait, Big Show versus The Undertaker for the ECW Championship?
What? Why was Undertaker going for the ECW Championship?
This is like too far.
By the way, remember when he won the Royal Rumble and then they were like, hey, what title do you want to go for? And they had all three guys in the ring and he's like, I want Batista. Why would he choose the ECW Championship? They had Bobby Lashley in the ring.
I'm trying to figure out what's happening here.
For the live audience at home, you should Google these because they are a hoot.
So wait, when was the first Punjabi prison? Was the first one Undertaker
I believe
versus
it's the
Great Khali?
Oh wow, you're right. It might actually be that one.
Undertaker versus Great Khali is the first one.
Why?
Because he won it, and then Great Khali brought it back for Batista. I guess I still don't understand why Undertaker and Big Show had a match like that. That doesn't really make did Undertaker beat Great Khali in that match where he's like, it's my match type now?
That's like if there was a House of Horrors match with Xavier Woods and The Miz. It's like, well...
I'd love to see that, actually.
Not exactly. Like, that doesn't exactly work, but whatever.
I wouldn't mind seeing that, to be honest.
So, check out these two matches.
Would you say...
both these Punjabi prison matches, because this will be a precursor to what the hell we're supposed to expect for the next Punjabi prison match.
Would you say that the Punjabi prison match is one of the worst match types ever?
I think it's weird. I don't think it's the worst, only because it's happened so few times that's really hard to say it was the worst.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the match wasn't like god awful. Probably the worst match type is the Kiss My Foot match.
Yeah.
Oh. If we're talking about like structures, like obviously the Elimination Chamber, Hell in a Cell, Steel Cage are much better than this.
Okay, so Undertaker and Big Show having their Punjabi prison match, but then Rajan Singh and the Great Khali interfere.
Oh, cool. Man, that sounds like...
Well, they're about to come out, but
watch.
then Undertaker does a crossbody through Big Show, through the wall, and I don't know where that for the ECW Championship thing came from, because this is not for the ECW Championship. But yeah, Khali shows up at the end just to stare him down.
Make sure you either don't watch these because they're bad, or watch these so you have some expectation for what's going to be happening. Because, wow.
I most definitely think that Jinder versus Randy is going to be better because it's not going to be with the Great Khali.
Also, this structure might be a lot better.
Agreed.
I don't know. They might just handle it better than they did before.
Yeah, I don't think they would bring it back knowing it was going to suck, because I think they know it has a bad reputation.
Yeah. What Culture already made a video saying why they shouldn't bring back...
Literally, they uploaded that video 5 seconds before it was actually announced.
Oh.
It was hilarious.
Maybe they just assumed.
I don't know why.
All right. So that was Picks of the Week. We're going to be making more, and they're only going to be better. And they're actually going to be wrestling matches for the most part. Like 70% wrestling matches is what I would say. Mm-hmm. How about that, guys? How about that? All right.
All right.
You guys
So,
have yourselves
that
a good
is
one.
Picks of the week for this week.
We're a little bit
See you
rusty on
next
this picks of the
time.
week. I'm sorry about that.
See ya.
We'll be seeing you next time.
Are you there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Oh, crap.
Why, what's up? Were you not recording the whole time?
No, I was. I just couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay. All right, you ready to do show and job?
I am ready.
I am ready. I need to put out what happened on Raw in front of me.
I'm going to write down the highlights as we're talking.
Oh, okay. So we can just start the show then.
Yeah, I guess.
We can just start the fucking show.
Whoa.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. How do we start this week? How are we gonna be unique?
Whoa. It's
Wait.
so
I got a great one. I got a great one.
All right.